Okay, before I get into the watch list for Monday, October 19th, just a quick comment. I figure every now and then I'll throw in some trading tips in these videos. I'm not going to do it every day because then that puts um, extra pressure on me to make sure I have a trading tip in every video. So they'll be random, but one thing I teach my members all the time is if you break your rules or you go in bigger than you should, or you just name it, you ignore a stop. If you do anything that you know you're not supposed to do and you make money, the market will take that money back probably tenfold because you've just taught yourself that rules don't matter. Okay, so I'll have people ask me, hey, well, I missed the entry on this one and now it's up 50 cents. Should I buy it now? And the answer is always a resounding no, because you could buy it now and maybe it moves up another dollar, right, in the next 30 minutes. And so that money you just made by chasing something that's already moved 50 cents and getting another dollar out of it, that money, unless you just need that money right now and you're never going to trade again, then you got away with it, right? But if you're planning on trading for a living, whatever you make on a chase, on breaking your rules, whatever money you make on that trade means absolutely nothing. All right, it's not about. Some people view the market as a casino. How much can I make today by flying by the seat of my pants? And I always try to remind people it doesn't mean anything. It's just money that you just got away with. You got lucky, but the market will take it back because you've just taught yourself you can ignore the rules and you can break the rules and get away with it. And so the next time you try it, the market might just slap you in the face with a shovel. Okay. So don't worry about each individual trade. How much can I make right now? That means nothing. Do you have a system in place to make money on a consistent basis, and can you follow that system? If you actually want to make money every day trading, that should be your mindset. And one quick extra tip about position size. I say this all the time. If you are in a trade and you find yourself talking to God, right there, stop yourself and say, okay, well, I'm in too big, right? This GSP guy said, if I'm ever talking to God while in a trade, I'm in too big. That is one great sign that you're trading too big. All right. Anyway, all right, here we go. Twitter, TWTR, very nice pop on Friday. I think they said Ballmer is investing in this, and so nice volume, and it's up near the top of a range, but it might just continue. Might go red to green or something. Might just break out over this range. So I like Twitter as a potential long for a trade on Monday. Lumber liquidators really holding up well, finding support here, and just looks like, and it had a big squeeze back here, and it's definitely finding support. So I'm looking for this one to do kind of a secondary squeeze one of these days. So it goes on watch, AXLL. Kind of looks like Twitter a little bit. You had the volume spike and then a sideways move up over this kind of week and a half or a week's worth of trading. Could be a nice pop. VTL. Kind of an inside day. This thing is just green every day for the last 4 days, though, and it certainly has a gap to fill. Do I think it's going to rip and fill this gap this week? No. But it's making really nice intraday moves, so let's watch that one. I kind of like the fact that you have a lower high on Friday than you did on Thursday. We'll watch it. You know, Friday's high, a break of that would be 721, and that might take you back up towards 8. Having said that, we might get a narrow range in the 680s for the first hour, and then an upside break, and then you know that 721 might be the next, or would be the next possible catalyst to propel you on up to 8. So I love stacked catalysts. It's what I look for in my trading. VTL certainly worth having on watch. AFMD had a big volume spike on Thursday and just a quiet inside day on Friday on much lower volume. A lot of times the third day these turn back up, so it doesn't cost me anything to have it on a chart. Walmart WMT just goes back on bounce watch. You had the big sell-off, and it's kind of finding some support in this area. I think we might get a nice bounce. Remember, I'm just looking for a trade, and Walmart is a pretty good candidate. Sometimes in one day a stock is overdone. Now, I don't know what started PWR sell-off, but this is it was over 26, and now it's in the 18s. And again, I've said this before. Sometimes sellers get a hold of a stock on an intraday basis, and it just can't bounce at all. And then the next day, when you have that kind of refresh of an overnight, or in this case a weekend, sometimes you get a nice bounce. So that one goes on watch too. That is PWR, Netflix, NFLX. Nothing but red days for the last 5 days. It does have some support over here to the left. I'd like to see an early flush and then give me a reversal on an intraday basis in the morning. But still, I want to watch this for a potential bounce, only with the proper intraday setup. This one's a little weird, SFXE, but it gapped up on, I don't know, the CEO or something talking about buying the company out, or and usually, my BSO meter goes off when he's going to buy it at 325, and somebody said the price was 225 plus some extra dollar incentive that comes in if the right acorn falls from the right tree. I don't know, okay? But whenever you have a buyout offer being talked about in the news in pre-market, even if it was 225 and the stock can't get through $1.50, that if you're a trader at all, that sends your BSO meter flying. Having said that, so sellers came in and basically kind of filled the gap, but nice volume. This one, with any hint of news now, sellers might cover, because I certainly would be nervous being short if there is even a possibility of a buyout at 225 or something, right? So that one just goes on my radar. It's hardly my main focus. And again, I'm looking to find some gappers in the morning too. Also just through the CASI, because it had over 12 million shares on Wednesday, it gapped down on Thursday, but it's actually finding some decent strength. So we switched to 15-minute candles, had a nice pop Friday afternoon, and then a pullback. So if we get any kind of a sideways move between 140 and 150 for an hour or so, and then you break 150, you have a potential catalyst, I should say, of 159, which would be a break of Friday afternoon's high. And then, there's really not a lot in the way. This might just go up and retest the highs of the big day on Wednesday. So that's it. I'm going to leave my list at that. The market's been pretty nice. There's been plenty of intraday reversal setups and plenty of intraday volume on news and so on. So there's plenty to trade right now. And again, hopefully some gappers as well. So I will leave it at that. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday, and we'll see everybody tomorrow.